Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is dedicated to the memory of Matthew Perry. Rest in peace. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of How the Hell Was This a Hit? And based on the intro and probably what you clicked on, we are doing the Friends theme. Do. Amazingly, or coincidentally, this was picked by Andrea Tessmann, the co-host of the show. And this was not because Mr. Perry passed away. This was completely coincidental. And
picked just before, so Andrea does black magic.
Or something to that effect. But yeah, I'm Kirk Buchner. I run NotInHallOfFame.com, the fictitious athlete Hall of Fame, the fictitious rock and roll Hall of Fame, the United States Athletic Hall of Fame, along with Andrea Tessmann and Brad Nelson. How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Look at the Joey Tribbiani there. Well, I guess how the hell was this a hit? It piggybacked off Friends.
Absolutely. And, the moment it was put
Brad,
on.
What we got next week?
Yeah.
Hey, no, come on. Okay, I got a little bit on this.
We'll start with the fact that
we'll start with the fact that it was they didn't want to do it in the first place.
The Rembrandts
didn't want to do it. They were the only band available to Warner at the time, so they kind of were forced to. It wasn't even like it suited their style, matched anything that they did previously. They were just the dudes
living
that
off
were
the
there.
royalties now.
Well, one of them said that he would have been rich from it, except he got married and then divorced. So,
yeah. There's like that. 5 other co-writers on that. I think a bunch of producers there too. Which
they wanted. First of all, they wanted REM not to do this song, but to do
Shiny Happy
People. And then when REM was like, "Fuck no, we don't do cool bands, don't do TV themes." They then wrote
though.
What?
That can't be true. Oh well, did they actually say that, or is that something you're paraphrasing?
No. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay, because they actually let stand on when Chris Elliott had a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was just wondering if Michael Stipe actually said that. That would have been interesting. Okay.
So anyways, the song was written. It was a 47-second just TV show intro.
It was a stinger.
Written by the producers and writers. I think one of the writers for Friends.
You can write it.
And then they basically took whatever band that was available. And they didn't even want their name on it. They figured it would just be some flash in the pan comedy that would disappear.
Yeah.
Proves stupid. Because if it's getting picked up, you're taking a pretty big chance for this. B.
Well, did they not look at the cast? Because the moment you saw that Jennifer Aniston's nipples were featured in the cast, they should have known it was going to be a hit.
You didn't know what Jennifer Aniston's nipples could do yet.
They were in the cast. They could have had a look. They would have been like that star quality.
I knew we were going to get to her nipple, so let's just go there because it's far more interesting than anything else.
Well, no, because the Rembrandts did have one other hit.
Yeah, that was before what was it called? That's Just the Way It Is, Baby, which I think
did
reasonably well. I remember hearing that on.
It did. It actually peaked at I think 15 on Billboard.
Yeah.
All right,
so it wasn't that, and they weren't unheard of. And then later on, they had to write more words for the song. So
what happened was some radio DJ in Nebraska decided to make a 3-minute loop of this 40. Wasn't it Nebraska?
No.
I thought it was Nebraska. Might not be, but it was somewhere. Decided to make a 3-minute loop of this song of the same 47 seconds over and over again. That then got huge radio play, and then so then Warner Brothers was like, "Well, guys, you got to finish writing the song." So they wrote the rest of the song.
Anyone else on their label? Like Warner Brothers is a pretty big label. It's like they had nobody else other than these guys.
I don't think they had anyone available that had the right that could kind of play the song they wanted to hear. I read mixed things. One person said that it was kind of inspired. They wanted like a end of the world as we know it feel, which would make sense since they were talking about REM. Other people saying they were kind of Beatles inspired, but whatever. I think that they needed a certain sound, even though this wasn't the Rembrandt sound. It was, they could do it.
But lyrically, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, your life sucks, but you got friends. Their lives didn't suck.
No, that was the whole thing. I mean, okay, you got 3 roommates, 2 roommates, and Chandler and Ross lives on his own. So you got your roommates and stuff.
No, Phoebe lives on her own.
Phoebe lives on her own too. We never really did we see Phoebe's place?
You were just focused on her nipples.
No, it was Jennifer Aniston's nipples.
No, I'm pretty sure we saw Phoebe's place. Wasn't Phoebe doing massage?
Or what do you call it? Friends and Frasier exist in the same timeline.
Wait, what?
Because Phoebe's sister, Ursula, her twin sister, Ursula, who we all remember, was on Frasier.
She was? I thought she was on
Yes.
What About You. How'd she get on
may have also, well, then that exists to the same one too.
I mean, they were all in the same era, so I could see that.
Yeah, there was some crossed universes going on here, which was kind of cool.
Wait, and Frasier's part of the Tommy Westphall universe.
Yeah, well, cheers.
No, I mean, didn't we talk about this before?
I don't believe so.
Okay, the end of St. Elsewhere.
Oh, God, where it was a dream, yeah.
Oh, no, it was all in a snow globe. But the doctors in St. Elsewhere once appeared in Cheers, or did they actually appear in St. Elsewhere? I forget. It means all of this is in the autistic kid's head. This whole podcast is in this kid's head. We're not real. We are in a snow globe right now as we speak. I can do anything. I could jump off the building here in Mount Manitoba and it wouldn't hurt because I'm not real.
Well, it would hurt. You'd cease to exist within the snow globe, but it would have no lasting repercussions outside the snow globe.
Next week, we're doing it.
Have you ever broken a snow globe?
I've never had a snow globe.
Okay, you break a snow globe, I guarantee you're not putting it back together.
But I'm not breaking the snow globe. I would just break myself and then poof, magically come back to life. Just like when I was just watching a Loki, Kang just keeps coming back. It's the same guy.
Pretty sure that's not how it would work.
No?
Hey, Kirk, put the computer by the window, test it.
How about
At the very least, you get to go on Faces of Death or Dumb Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Dumb Ways to Die.
How about let's change the subject and stop talking about this?
I'm still
this
stuck
is a dumb
on this
tangent.
whole thing that this is it's my tangent, so it can't be dumb. And
if we are in a simulation, there's a fail-safe to stop us from actually truly being able to test whether or not we're in a simulation.
I'm not the one who sort of like hung up on us twice before we try to record this. But anyway.
Yeah, well.
Not mentioning any names.
Savvy.
I did not think I'd be talking about the Tommy Westphall universe. Anyway, saying that, lyrically, I think this is, especially considering now with the knowledge that it was sort of written by somebody who did the whole show, who kind of knew what it was. It's not like we've seen in the past where someone's, okay, you're tasked to write about something. Oh, I've never seen it yet. And they're guessing. This person knew exactly what it was. But
they certainly didn't have a hard life. They had a massive rent-controlled apartment in Brooklyn.
None of their jobs were jokes.
They were right down by Central Park, weren't they? Supposedly, like
the
Manhattan.
Coffee shop was Central Park.
Were they? I guess they were in Manhattan. I don't even know. I suppose so. They never got
wherever they were. It was downtown New York somewhere. It was, and there's no way that cook and a secretary. What did Rachel do?
Well, she wasn't even doing anything at that point. She was on
a couple of things.
Yeah, when she first moved in with at the beginning, she was a waitress because she she basically left her rich fiance.
Yeah, she left the rich fiance, but she had no money, even though she was the richest one going into it. I don't know how the hell.
Ross was a paleontologist. Nobody really knew what Chandler did, and Joey was an actor.
But Chandler made the most.
But nobody really knew.
Yeah, Chandler was a corporate stooge. And he had his own place.
Phoebe was a masseuse who also did music on the side.
You got to figure, though.
Smelly cat.
Her to live on her own. I'm sure that she was sort of like doing some handies to help out.
Oh, there's some rollover for sure.
Had to be. Oh, no. Sorry.
So, yeah, they basically all had... I mean, they were supposedly, 20-somethings living in New York, but had...
Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA. Bullshit on all counts.
Well, to be fair, at the start of that, none of them did have. Well, no, Joey was doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. Joey's love life was exactly where he wanted it to be. I looked up the shitty lyrics though that they added on, which I guess the Rembrandts did. I couldn't figure out who added them. I guess they did.
I think the Rembrandts did. Which is why they actually did get a significant amount of royalties from it.
Looking at this with a 90s lens, I think the best thing about the song is probably the video. And that's because, the Friends cast is coming in and taking over the instrument playing and all that other stuff. And it looks like they're having fun.
Which is all that.
So they apparently got together one evening and came up with like a script for the video, which included, I think, Rachel slapping one of them with a fish and like knocking them over. And anyways, they didn't do all of that. They basically just improv chaos. But apparently Courtney Cox can actually play the drums.
Nice.
She learned that with Bruce Springsteen.
What? I just can't. Bruce Springsteen, he gives me the heaves. How anybody got famous by going America a lot. It's beyond me.
I just want to point out that was actually your first impression that really stunk. I take a bit of joy from that.
Well, I mean, come on. Bruce Springsteen is one of the he's like Neil Young level shit as far as singers go.
Wow. Holy.
Well, Neil Young, as you guys know, I feel he is Sad Tiny Tim. Yeah. And Springsteen, ain't that America, home of the free? Ain't that America? I mean, come on.
Tiny Pink Houses.
Yeah, the theme song for America.
Yeah, that's John Mellencamp.
Oh, geez, that's right. Never mind.
If you're going to trash someone, at least trash the right person.
About Jack and Diane. No, that's still Mellencamp, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're like the same person, aren't they? They
look the same.
Very much no.
John Mellencamp is sort of like morphed into adult Beavis.
Okay. Hang on here. Springsteen was still born in the USA.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, give me sorry, I tend to ignore those guys that are like the hyper patriotic, manly man hunt a bear with your bare hands, flag waving yeehaw crowd. They're on par with country.
They're barely even when they wave the flag, they're actually being more sarcastic. Oh my god.
Yeah, you need to do some deep diving into.
Hey, Andrea, suddenly my Tommy Westfall fit isn't so bad, is it?
No, I can't listen to it because it's like sandpaper on the ears.
That's how I feel about this song.
Yeah, but the whole point of those songs, like Little Pink Houses, is about it's sarcasm. It's like, and same with Ain't That America. Like, it's not rah rah go America. It's like, what the fuck have we done with our country?
Born in the USA is about a Vietnam vet who's disillusioned.
Well, I remember that one. But yeah, it's just it's all the they made their livings off of saying America like multiple times in a song, and that's what I boring.
find really funny about Springsteen is that the people that are the biggest Springsteen fans don't actually understand his lyrics.
Well, I was the biggest Springsteen detractor in the group here, and I'll be honest, I knew that some of his...
know who he was.
Well, I kind of did a little bit. I knew that some of his stuff was a poke in the eye, but I didn't realize that, so much of it was. And maybe I might have to go back and listen to it again if I'm feeling like I need to take my toaster for a swim or something.
John Cougar Springsteen and the Beaver Brown Band.
Yeah, 100%. It's about it's the same thing, isn't it? Like put every country music artist together and give them a bit more rock, and you've got Springsteen and Mellencamp.
If you would have opened with that, we might have had something. Unfortunately.
No, I know not a popular opinion. It's just like, everybody loves Neil Young and stuff like that. Everybody hates Rush, and I love Rush.
I don't hate Rush.
What do you mean everybody hates Rush?
Oh, so there's a lot of Rush hate out there.
Where was I? I was in Hawaii at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and our server, when he found out we were Canadian, just would not stop talking about Rush. Literally followed them around in the 80s, like tour group style. Like lots of people love Rush.
No, something like that when he did that.
I'm sorry, but any rock group who can have a singer like Geddy Lee, have a drummer like Peart, and write songs about Lord of the Rings bullshit and make them rock. I mean, how awesome is that?
I don't have anything against Rush.
Did you see the F is for Family, Brad?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, so that just reminds me of the kids' attempt at ban for that when they're trying to do a bit of Tolkien stuff.
Oh yeah. I gotta admit, I like watching Burr's stuff in general. Anything Bill Burr does, I will watch, only because of the fact that this guy comes in and takes you in a direction you're thinking, oh, you're going to go too far, and then he turns it around and makes it make sense.
We went from Friends to Bill Burr.
Yep. That's how little meat is on the bone of this song.
Let's look at the next set of lyrics here.
Okay, hit it.
You're still in bed at 10 and we're
no, stop it. Read it like Shatner.
That's something you can do better than I can.
Well, then read it like
I can do Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh yeah, read it like Randy.
You're still in bed at 10 and work began at 8. Clap, 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 clap.
The clap is only after the first verse.
Huh?
And it's only 4 claps, not 5.
I didn't say Macho Man could count. I'm method acting here. Okay?
He's getting deep into the character here.
Burned your breakfast. Mm-hmm. So far, things are going great. Mother warned you there'd be days like these. But she didn't tell you what the world has brought you down to your knees.
And he can't read either.
Oh, I can't read. I kind of got that all wrong. Does it really matter? There's shit.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see.
Nothing really matters to me. Yeah, maybe they would have been just better off keeping the loop going for 3 minutes, but yeah, I guess they got extra money.
Yeah, and it's not a terrible song. Like you listen to it and you think of the opening to Friends. Like it's not. There's a lot of worse songs out there.
There's a lot worse. It's not a terrible song. It's pretty 90s iconic. Like I understand why it was popular. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of varying accounts. They seem to change their story with each interview they did. But
Friends was everywhere and anything, and you could sell anything. Friends lunchboxes, Friends shirts, Friends this, Friends everything.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with this song.
No, and like Andrea was saying, it's 90s pop rock. It's generic 90s pop rock. If you put the Rembrandts up against any other 90s pop rock band, you would have the whole Springsteen Mellencamp issue I just had.
You would not have the Springsteen Mellencamp issue that we just had.
Then maybe that's my disorder. So it'll be called the Springsteen Mellencamp disorder. It's where I mix up the two.
So part of
say.
the weirdness about this is they did a song and it turned into a big hit by no fault of their own. But it was completely, they apologized for it, but then later they took credit for it. In one interview, he was saying how, they kind of begrudgingly took it on, but in another interview, he's like, oh yeah, well, we insisted we have input because if we're going to do it, it's going to sound like us. And it's like, well, it doesn't sound like you. So you had your one wildly popular song that everybody remembers you for that sounds nothing like the rest of your body of work. So it's like, what was the Plain White Tees? Do you remember Hey There, Delilah?
Hey There, Delilah.
And everybody went and bought, everybody who liked that song, people went and bought that album, and nothing else on the album sounded like that song, even remotely.
Did you ever hear the parody song of that?
No.
Hey There, Vagina.
Yeah, how about we don't continue that on air?
It was okay. If you go and look it up, it's very fun, and it has some very cool turns of phrase for lady parts.
So anyways, it never really goes well for bands who have a breakout hit that doesn't sound like the rest of their music.
But it wasn't even that.
But it did mean a lot of money. They essentially broke up over this song. They got back together again a few years later, but they I can't remember which of them sings the higher parts, but they were doing shows, and then their audience completely changed, and it was all like mums and teens yelling out, "Play the Friends song!" And they started changing it up and actually playing that as the first song in their set, and then the crowd would just filter out. So yeah, they and then the one guy, his voice just couldn't take that singing, that range, and he was really wrecking his vocal cords, so they broke up for a few years.
Well, you could still do this.
That was the producer dudes that did that in the song.
Yeah, I read on Wikipedia, they said, well, that was the best part of the song. I think that's the worst part of the song, frankly.
I think it worked with the intro only because of the fact that they would do quick cuts during the claps. So, I think it kind of worked in that regard. But I mean, the fact is, whatever you might say about the show, Friends was a cultural phenomenon and a huge part of the 90s zeitgeist. Even to this day, there's people who still go back and rewatch episodes.
It's still streaming.
It's still streaming, absolutely.
And thanks to Andrea not doing her job, we got 20 minutes out of this.
But no, I mean, it's true though. I mean, this song is iconic. You hear this song, you expect the intro to Friends to come on any screen that's nearby you. It is definitely iconic. It is a hit. I think it's not with the Rembrandts and this song. It doesn't quite match up. However, the Rembrandts, I think, are best known for this song.
Yeah.
And so I think we should close with this. Andrea might want to be with Joey, but I think she'd wind up with Ross.
Oh God, no. Chandler all the way.
100% Chandler.
I think you'd wind up with Ross.
Okay, listen.
No.
Kirk.
No, I would probably have to stab Ross in the eye. No.
Could Chandler be any more wrong, Kirk?
I'm just saying Ross would make a play.
Oh no, Ross would make a play, 100%. But no,
he's just a whiny bitch.
Okay, like, Kirk, no. You gotta pick one of the three lady friends, or pick the boyfriends. It's up to you, man. I'm not gonna judge you.
Who would I?
And it can't just be Rachel's nipples, Brad.
Oh, damn it,
Monica,
okay.
Yeah, providing that she doesn't later on have really awful plastic surgery.
Yeah, she became kind of weird looking.
Yeah, she's going a little bit to Jocelyn Wildenstein.
See, I have a hard time because I don't like the OCD aspect of Monica, but I do like later seasons Rachel, where she actually figured her shit out a little bit.
The reality is you're going to be all over Phoebe.
No, Phoebe is the right level of weird, but Phoebe's even too flighty for me.
No.
Dude, she's
I think
she's way too woo.
Huh.
I have a very okay. I might be a little weird. I might be a little pervy, whatever you want to call it. But crystals and when the mercury's in the microwave or Gatorade or wherever it is, I don't believe in any of that shit, and she totally does. So it wouldn't work. Our chakras wouldn't align.
So we're back to the nipples.
Yeah, I gotta go with nipples.
Okay, there we go.
Later seasons Rachel, but not earlier seasons. Earlier seasons Rachel, she was too much of a materialistic bitch, and then she kind of got her head on straight a little bit more into the later seasons.
I still think you'd wind up with Phoebe.
Yeah, but okay, briefly there'll be a fling, absolutely, but it's not going to last.
You wind up with Janice.
Oh, Janice. All right.
Actually, I think it would have wound up. It was not far off.
With Janice?
No.
Damn it. Janice, I love you.
No, Ross's first wife went gay. But anyway, that's never mind that. What do we got next week?
If anybody could turn a woman gay, Kirk, it'd be you.
It'd be me.
Yeah, 100% it'd be you. Hell, you just about turned me gay.
You haven't seen my nipples yet.
Not yet, but wait till it gets cold there in Winnipeg.
Yeah, but there's a lot of hair around it, so
no, it doesn't matter, man. You just part that shit to the side.
Yeah, I don't even think Moses could do that. Jesus. So for the few viewers we have left, Brad, what do we?
You ready?
I'm ready. You said
okay, so like I said before we started recording, you guys are going to hate me for this, and I'm going to laugh all the way till next week when we get to do it.
Okay.
What does the fox say?
That wasn't a hit.
It was a hit.
That what didn't have what
I went to Parade of Lost Souls. There were people dressed up as the different animals from
where was it rated?
Okay,
because that's like saying Candy Mountain was a hit.
Charlie, that's not even a song.
Well,
maybe we got a loophole here. Did this
where
actually
it rang?
Okay, U.S. Billboard Top 100. It went to number 6, bitches.
I really do hate you.
I know you do. But this is the essence of the podcast. How the hell did this become a hit?
Short. It's a meme. That's all.
Oh, well then, okay, we don't need to do it next
90s
week.
memes.
We've already done it.
Where did the frickin' badger. That's a song.
Mushroom.
A snake. Like, where did that rank? Because that's right about the same level of ridiculous.
Quit drinking for this.
Badger. I don't think it. No, it's just animation. Never charted.
Okay. All right. Well,
man.
Well, you're right. I hate you.
What site did we used to have to go to for that one? E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World.
Is that still around?
Like, just excellent turn of the century YouTube.
Early internet bullshit. Yeah.
Holy crap. Well, in that psychedelic trip, I'm going to tell you about how I cheat on these two because because I have to, because they don't make me listen to that fucking song. Vinny Laspinus and I do a show where we make Hall of Fame cases. We recorded 3 today. This is actually my 4th show.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go. So look for that. There's where Vinny made the Hall of Fame case for, I could tell the two of you that you wouldn't know who any of them are, but they're really good. So you have to trust me on that.
Sports guys?
Yes, they are.
They're probably very impressive.
Well, one is James A.R. Kinney.
James A.R. Kinney, did you see that ludicrous display?
Okay, he didn't actually play. He's the godfather of black hockey in Nova Scotia.
Was there not a ludicrous display involving him?
I don't believe there was.
Oh, okay.
No.
Shout out to the IT crowd.
Yes, there we go. So that was one of the 3 that we recorded today. Look for that if you want to hear some obscure Hall of Fame cases. And it is changing, it is reaching people. So we're pretty excited about what he's been able to do. So shout out to Vinny Laspinus. Evan Nolan and I do the weekly Hall of Fame show. Also, there's been a lot more live shows where the Not in Hall of Fame crew, we are doing lots of great things where we're trying to say who we think should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And it's been fantastic. Starring yours truly, of course.
Before you go too much further, though, I wanted to make sure that we all knew that Christmas is coming.
Oh, Christmas is coming.
You know what makes a great Christmas present?
A book of some sort, you would think.
Yes, I also wrote a book. If you're not sort of sick of me that way, you could actually read my musings, although it's not my musings. It's the musings of Chavo Guerrero Sr. I helped him out with his autobiography before he passed. You can get that on Amazon. Chavo Guerrero, instant classic. It is a great gift for the wrestling fan near you. Ordered by Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hot Rod.
Whose best role ever was in They Live.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Absolutely. All that also, too, there's going to be a lot more shows coming out, a few more interviews that I've been working on. So, my God, the Buchnerverse is expanding. It's like the MCU, only it doesn't suck. Huh? You know, maybe it is like the MCU because all the old white guys in it are really kind of stupid.
I can't argue with you on any of those points. I'm old, I'm white, and I'm a little dumb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with that,
tell the difference between John Cougar Mellencamp and not Steven.
Yeah, that one stunned.
Now you can't even remember Springsteen's name.
Listen, okay, I've been packing all day.
Yeah, we're gonna make that the excuse.
Other excuses I could probably come up with if I was given enough time.
All right, we just won't let you live this one down.
Okay.
Man, I don't even know where with this one.
On that note, we should probably say bye.
We should, yes. And with that, we here at the Buchnerverse bid you adieu, wherever you are, wherever it may be. Make it a great day. So ain't coming again. Unless the Buddhists are right, or all the time travel stuff I've been watching. Or maybe the Tommy Westphal universe. No, I'm done. Okay, let's
Bye.
Bye.